Crypto fans, and welcome to Friday, the 22nd of August. Mm, I'm doing a quick update video. I've been doing these for my members in my group, but I'm just going to start posting these on YouTube because I think there's value for everybody, and my group is free anyways. The link is in bio, and take a look at that if you're interested in joining a family-friendly, freedom-friendly, self-custody loving community. Then take a look at that. But um, let me start sharing how I kind of see things right now. And in fact, some of my members recently have been saying, "Oh, this is such a big pullback. The end is nigh." No, fundamentally, the indicators of bull market have not changed. And sometimes you need to step back to what they say is zoom, when in doubt, zoom out, right? So let's just zoom out on a couple of things real quick together. So first one is crypto market cap. And I'm using CoinGecko. You can find CoinGecko at coingecko.com. Always use official URLs. Scammers like to try to advertise using Google Ads and other means, try to advertise their URLs that look similar. But CoinGecko.com, at least, it's a read-only tool, unless you're doing some advanced stuff. So you're pretty safe there. And in fact, one of the ways that you can find the official URL for any project, you could Google it, and if you know what it is, then you're fine if it's not an ad. But another way to do it is to use a trusted site like CoinGecko.com. Look up the coin, because those coins all have to provide the URLs for all their socials, for their website, the app, and so on. And that's a good place to find the official URL. That's what I do, when in doubt. So speaking of when in doubt, zoom out, right? And let's look at the total crypto market cap. And, we have almost never been higher than we are now. Because if you zoom out to the max, right, going back to when CoinGecko started tracking the market, way back when, right up under just over a trillion. And then we had 2018, and then we had 21, 22, and now we're in 25. There was that bump in 24, which was awesome, but now we're in 25, right? And if you go to, I don't know, let's say 7 day, and you'll find, oh no, this looks horrible, it's all going down. But no, when you zoom out, we're higher than we've ever been. We're higher than we've ever been. Everything is great. We're at almost 3.9 trillion. A couple of weeks ago, I don't know, let's go look at a month ago or maybe 3 months ago, right here, we would have been, ecstatic if we had 3.9 trillion, because we only had 3.4 trillion back then, and we got this nice bump. And there's been several nice bumps this year. So that's one thing to look at. Another thing to look at is Bitcoin dominance. And you'll see the trend, it's trending down, right? So let's just go out to max. And you'll see here, right there, that was around about June 14th, when you had a Bitcoin dominance was over 60%. Now, generally, we're looking for altcoins to move when Bitcoin dominance is under 60. And it is now under 60, significantly under 60. We're at like 56 or something percent. It says 58 there, but that is yesterday's metric. So right about 57, 58, let's say. And so things are gearing up. And you might be like, well, it's under 60. Why is it not moving? Well, it's not moving because the market has cycles. It's like the ocean. The waves come in, they go out. The tides come in, they go out. And you're going to find that it's not going to take a lot of a spark to light the tinder that's all around you. So be careful the news that you're consuming. And another thing I want to point out is, a lot of us use AI. I use AI every day. I could not provide the content I provide without getting the assistance of AI. And of course, then, I make sure that it's still my content. That's not my point. The point is whatever AI tools you're using, whether it's AI trading bots, whether it's AI Twitter bots, whether it's crypto AI process, whatever it is, even if you're using Gen AI for crypto-based research, make sure that you know what sources your AI is using. Because there's a lot of platforms out there that AI uses as a source, but they're heavily regulated, and that can lead to a slanted opinion. So it's really important to make sure that the AI you're using is using the right sources. So the next thing, taking a step back and looking at the markets, is the 24-hour trading volume, which you could argue is down right now. But in fact, again, again in the same chart. Thank you for the same chart. Let's go. Oh, not even there. Okay. Um, let's go back there. I will go and find the detailed one for that in a sec. But the 24-hour trading volume is 124, and I'm almost positive I had that up there previously. So why am I looking at wrong? Because that's our total market cap chart. There's BTC dominance. There's DeFi, which we love, but we're not going to talk about right now. There's stables, and then altcoin market cap. I'm looking at the wrong screen. I know that for sure. So I will find that later. But my point, at least on the coins, let's check gainers and losers highlights. I want to show you something that I found. So first of all, as far as the 24-hour, excuse me, 24-hour market volume goes, things are great. Things are really great. A couple months ago, we were crying. We would have loved to have over 100 billion per 24 hours, and we've steadily been doing that. It is down somewhat, but that's just the ebb and flow of the markets. And to be honest, I look at the current pullback as a great opportunity to buy more of what I love. I'm not looking at new things right now. I'm trying very hard not to look at new things right now. I don't need more new things. What I need, though, is I need more of the things that I love and that I really want. So we might get into those, but I definitely get into this in my group. Some of the things that I love, I'm a layer one guy. I love layer one tokens. I love layer two as well, but I love the either dexes, meta dexes, governance tokens, or the chains token itself. So I'm a big ETH holder. Right now, my ETH portfolio is well over 50% just because of the valuation, but I was aiming at around 50% ETH. It's not that I don't like Bitcoin. I hold a very little bit of Bitcoin right now, but I'm moving my funds from Bitcoin into ETH. And then as the ETH market rises, then I'm distributing those funds into the other projects that I'm looking for to get my lift during this bull run so that then I can be doing my exiting and then set up for the bear market. And that's one of the things I say in my group is I want to help anybody, even my mother-in-law. She's in my group, and she just bought her first Ethereum. She's very proud. But I want to help anybody in my group to have a portfolio that not only aims to achieve generational wealth. This is an educational video. Thank you very much. That's my disclaimer. Generational wealth, passive income, replacing income, retirement income, all of those things. But you can't do that in isolation. You can't say, oh, hey, it's a bull market and my content is awesome because everything is green anyways. It doesn't work like that, because as soon as the bear hits, people are going to find out that your strategies might not be solid. And that's why you need an approach that looks at bull or bear. So my favorite saying is, I want to see a portfolio that at the bottom line, my claim is going to be bull or bear. I don't care. That's the kind of portfolio I want to have. So I'm looking for passive income. I'm also looking for volatile token growth. I'm looking for stabilization with stable coins, using those as yield opportunities. And, stick around long enough, you'll discover my full philosophy. But one thing I wanted to point out, which I'm going to post to Twitter soon. Oh, no, it changed. Very interesting. Oh, look at that. I was looking at the highest volume yesterday, and I noticed something. This little fella here, that was number 10. If we look at highest volume in the last 24 hours, say Tether, yeah, of course, Tether would be the highest. Bitcoin should be the next. Ethereum should be the next, and USDC should be the next. XRP should be number 5, usually on a good day. Solana should be next, and maybe Dogecoin, Solana flip out like that. And then maybe Cardano shows up once in a while. But hey, look at this guy. First digital USD. Who's that? That's Trump. That's wealthy. That's their institutional stablecoin where they're making all these institutional deals. Now, normal investors like you and me, we don't necessarily want to invest in First Digital USD because we're looking for yields. We're looking to be our own bank. But very interesting thing to watch. I'm keeping an eye on this, and let's see and keep an eye on who is trading First Digital USD, because that can give us more clues into other opportunities. I am gonna just need to get back to work here in a second. It's Friday morning, and yeah, I have a 9 to 5. I've had tremendous success in crypto. I started in May 2020 with $100, and less than a year later, I turned that into over $500,000. I have made tremendous mistakes. I have made all of the mistakes that you can make, almost all of them, short of getting hacked. And I've come very close, by the way, a number of times to getting drained. But I've made mistakes of going after shiny things, thinking they were good. I've got excellent mentors. I've had shitty mentors. I have invested in things that have pumped beyond belief that really have served me well. And I'm happy to share those in my videos as time goes by. My group knows what they are, and I would like for you to know what they are too. But the point is that I've made all of the mistakes. You don't have to make those mistakes. I'm eager to help anybody that's new. I'm eager to help novices. I'm eager to help advanced folks. I have people in my group that are, advanced, that they're using N8N to set up their own trading bots and all kind of other activities like that. But generally speaking, I don't really care whether you're, conservative or adventurous in your risk profile. I don't care if you're a newbie or you're advanced. What I care about is that we're all going to make it together. And I care about self-custody. I care about privacy. And I care about the right to freely choose where you want to invest your hard-earned dollars. It's tough enough out there with, the US dollar getting devalued. It's tough enough out there with the IRS and CRA and all those guys chasing all your dollars and just getting their share of things they didn't earn, but off of your back. And it's tough enough needing to, being a U.S. resident or resident of other first world countries is everybody's hands in your pockets. And, we need some ways to get ahead. And crypto is the last great hope, in my opinion, for any retail investors to get ahead. So, stick with me. I'm going to do just a quick little touch point here on, let's just do the top 10. I did the top 40 the other day. I'll do the top 10 today. So Bitcoin, I mean, I'm happy with the price. The price is what it is. Yeah, it's down. It's a buying opportunity, you silly. And if you look at the volume supporting that and you follow the news behind it, we're good. Not worried about it. Ethereum been bouncing around 4,200, got into the 4,100 buy zone a little bit a day or two ago. I'm not buying more Ethereum deliberately right now, but if it's as a consequence of other sales, I might pick up a little more, and I do aim to do that. Ethereum is the bag that supports a lot of my buys. It's like, for example, XRP and Cardano. I hold those because I really want to be able to leverage them, or I'm going to sell them. I'm not holding it because I believe in their projects. I'm just looking to cash out of those, specifically BNB. And oh, by the way, XRP, I think it's a decent price at 280. I have to be honest. I think with the momentum behind XRP, the XRP army, and all of the narratives that you see relating to XRP, I don't think you're going to see much movement, outside of 10 or 15% plus or minus on $3. So I think 282, given the current market conditions, is a good price. If you don't hold any XRP and you're concerned that you don't hold any XRP, maybe pick up, $500 or something like that. That's what I would do. And I do hold a moon bag. I did make a lot of money on XRP in the last bull run, but that was a different approach that I took then. BNB, I don't hold any now, other than gas. And at this price, I wouldn't be buying BNB. It's done really, really well lately, but BNB is owned and influenced by Binance, and that's centralized. So for me, it's kind of like a CDFI, CEDEFI. That's what CDFI stands for. So DeFi means decentralized finance, and that's where I want us to live. But CDFI is an acronym that means centralized, decentralized finance. You may have heard of a centralized exchange and a decentralized exchange, right? A CEX versus a DEX. So those are those two concepts: centralized versus decentralized. Centralized, large corporations like Coinbase, they own the exchange. Decentralized, DAOs like Curve, and probably not Uniswap is not a good example, but others in DeFi own those. Now, CE DEFI, CDFI, means organizations that are doing DeFi, but they're centralized. So that's something, a kind of a new acronym. And it is not a narrative, but a class I feel like you want to keep an eye on, especially if you're a freedom lover, you believe in self-custody and privacy. Then, a good example of CEDFI, CDFI, wallet would be MetaMask. Those transactions are tracked. I don't know if you know that. They track their IPs, by the way. They changed their terms of service, I think it was in 2023. And that's when I moved off of MetaMask. And my favorite wallet right now is Ravi. My second favorite, and actually my favorite for beginners, for newbies, is Phantom. And why Phantom? Because Phantom plugs into all the big ones. You get Ethereum, you get Base, you get Solana, and Bitcoin. Now it has Sui. I don't really give a damn about Sui because they roll back their chain. So they are CDFI, not DeFi. That's a topic for another time. But did I go? Oh, okay. So I mentioned Solana. I think Solana, I agree with Marty Party. I think that, his thesis that Solana under 200, it's a good price, and it's down. It was 180-ish. Now it's 170-ish. So if you like Solana, get you some. Ignoring USDC and wrapped STETH. Tron, I don't believe in Tron. I don't like the people behind it. And I think that it's an institutional friend. There's a lot of stablecoin volume on there, but ETH has more. And so I think you're better off in ETH than you are in Tron. Dogecoin, I know it's last bull runs meme coin. It's still heavily influenced by people like Elon Musk. I think there's better choices for meme coins if you're looking to ride this cycle. So for example, I have some Shiba Inu. So Doge and Shiba Inu were the two big ones last cycle. I think if you're looking at things like now, Pepe, Bonk, Fartcoin, SPX 6900. You see, I could look at the camera and say Fartcoin. I think it's a stupid coin, but that's what a meme coin is, right? There's a community. Anyways, last one is Cardano. I'm using Cardano as a step ladder. I'll teach you about step laddering in future videos. But my goal here is to start putting out these kind of like update videos a little on a more frequent basis. I'm trying to increase the amount of long form content I have on my channel. And I'm also trying to help newbies and advanced folks at the same time. Newbies, novice, advanced. And so this kind of an update helps me do that. I'm also revisiting my newbie content because I don't like it was too clinical. I think I need to not focus on what is crypto and how does crypto work. Nobody really gives a damn. We all know we want to be in crypto. So let me rather show you how to be in crypto and do it safely and teach you how to evaluate your risk, how to apply your risk, assets that you should consider, shouldn't consider based on your risk profile, based on your capital, and those kind of lessons. So I'm happy to create more content like this. Please hold me to it. I'm definitely going to hold myself to it. In between all my other activities, 9-to-5 job and family man and all that, I absolutely am here for all of us. And my favorite saying used to be WAGMI, which is a common crypto acronym. It stands for "We all gonna make it." But I changed that. In my group, we say WAGMIT, which means we all gonna make it together. And that's me. That's my philosophy. So if you like that, check out the link in comments. Apply to my free group. We have limited spots. And if you make it in, I would love to learn more about you and what your goals are in crypto and help you achieve them. So have a wonderful Friday, and I will see you again soon if I hold true to my word. Cheers.